Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a model kit and then also another model kit. I'm also here to hang out with all of you. And I'm going to start things off by throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi. You can use other people's emotes. And if you feel like being a lurker, well, guess what? You just go ahead and lurk and that's also okay. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. It is a Thursday. It feels to me like a Saturday, but it's a Thursday night. It doesn't help that there's wrestling on that I'll watch after the show, which is usually a Saturday thing, not a Thursday thing. But anyway, it's also American Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Tonight, our agenda is that I am going to finish up the Gundam Astray Red Frame SDX Standard. This kit needs a weapon and a shield, and so I will be finishing that up. Those parts are very small. They just require a lot of stickers. They will get their goddamn stickers. And then I'm just looking here at the things that I need to do. Yes. And then we are going to start a new model kit, the gMS-K GFreD, which I will be referring to most likely just as the GFreD, the Gundam Fred. That's right. We're going back to kits from G-Quarks, and we're going to do, or G-Quux, however you want to say it. And that'll be good. That would just be good. I mean, that's all there is to say about it. I'm really looking forward to working on this, on that, starting that Evangelion-ass Gundam, our third from the series, in my opinion, the most Gundam-like of all of them, or the most Evangelion-ass Gundam that's ever been made outside of fan art. But yeah, that's the agenda for tonight. I hope you're doing well. If you had Thanksgiving, I hope it went well. If you didn't have Thanksgiving, I hope you had a great Thursday. Maybe you're not American, or maybe you don't go to place. Maybe you're doing it this weekend. Maybe it's just another Thursday. You got Chinese food tonight and you hung out. I hope everything's going great. We're gonna go to the overhead camera. Whoop. There it is, overhead camera. There we go. Here's our little friend. Oh, also should mention, I'm currently at 29 subscribers. The goal is to get to 30 subscribers. 40. The goal is to get to 40. I mean, I could make the goal 30, but the goal is 40. And I shut up about how many subscribers I have at 40. There is I believe, site-wide, yes, there is a site-wide promotion happening right now, where you can get a discount for gifted subs, not just me. And this site-wide promotion means that it's not money out of my pocket, it's money out of Twitch's pocket. So if you wanted to gift some subs, you could do that. I was like, why can't I run a promotion? It's because there's already a promotion happening and they can't run at the same time. So right now, there is a promotion where if you buy 5 or more Tier 1 subs, you get 35%, or you get a discount on them. I don't remember what the discount is. I can look that up. I can just go to my page here, Twitch, Pat Baer, and see. It'll show up, I believe. Hopefully it won't autoplay. Good, it didn't autoplay. 35% off gift subs is happening. Yeah, so it is the 35%. And that, like I said, that money does not negatively affect me, and that's rules. So you could do that. Also, you can get, if you've never done this promotion before and you want Discord Nitro, you can get some bonus months by purchasing a sub or gift sub. That's another promotion that's happening right now. There are 2 promotions happening. You can get in on that shit if you wanted to. But you may have noticed that I have a bit of a frantic energy happening right now. I might not be cleverly hiding that from you. And there's a good reason for that. And it's because I had caffeine today, and I don't have caffeine much at all. I have been a caffeine-free diet soda guy for a while now. That is not my preferred, but that is what I've been doing in this house for the last 5 years. And I have all but removed caffeine from my diet completely. But the soda that I was drinking today was regular-ass Coke. And that was a lot. That was a lot of that. I only drank one 20-ounce, so I didn't drink a lot of it, but I can feel it. Also, wasn't 100% sure that I would be making it here on time for the stream, and that always fills me with dread. So I did make it here, obviously, on time. So yeah, so that'll do it too. Hey, Lord Crashington, welcome. Well, and this sticker just ripped, so I have to decide, is it worth it to try to get this sticker? Wow, that really fucking ripped, huh? All right. I am not going to be making this this sword silver. This sword is now a white sword. That seems like a fun thing to sticker. Yeah, this sticker just like completely ripped, and I do not care enough about that part of the sticker. I can't believe that shit ripped. So we now have a white sword. Our Astray red frame is now a custom. We will be applying the other stickers onto it, but we will not be applying that sticker there. So we will be doing the other stickers that this kit has, and just not that one. This kit has a ton of stickers that suck ass, and I didn't think that was going to be one of them. I thought it was going to be this sticker, which also sucks ass. But I didn't think it was going to be that one. Got this tiny little part that's not part of the sticker that I can just put back there because I don't care. All right, so this is going to go on here, and it's just going to go that. Yeah, so other than having soda, be highly caffeinated and feeling highly caffeinated right now, other than that, everything's fucking cool as hell with me. Had a lot of the foods that I like. There was some stuff I don't normally think of when I think of Thanksgiving. My mom, again, I'm not getting into details, but my mom has been in recovery. She's doing great. But our neighbors, who we're good friends with, said, "Hey, come to our house. One of our son is going to be there. He's about my age, actually, which is interesting. Come there. We're having him and then down, and then like we'll have you over, and it'll be nice to have a bunch of people on Thanksgiving." So it was the 6 of us. My parents didn't have to do anything. An apple pie was brought from our house and some flowers as a thank you gift. That was it. That was all we brought. All right. So because sticker 30 ripped, we're also not going to do sticker 29 because we don't need to do the one side. But we're going to do every other sticker we can. But we're not doing that one, and it's fine. So yeah, so we got the invite, and you never know. The woman that was hosting us for Thanksgiving is from Germany. She's been in the United States for quite some time, but she is. So sometimes you're like, okay, she likes this, but she'll do it this way, and all that, like. She knows that my dad likes this kind of thing. He likes sweet potatoes, but the way she makes sweet potatoes is not the way he likes sweet potatoes. But he's not going to say anything out loud, thankfully, so everything's fine. I tweeted about this, or I skeeted about this, about how like we would have days of like, oh, they made it like this, but they didn't make it like that, and all that, and how it's like, yeah, I know. We did get a bunch of leftovers, and that's going to be real good. So we'll eat all those leftovers in a couple days, probably. We have to go buy gravy. That's the one thing we don't have. But we have plenty of leftovers, so I'm excited for that. For the 3 of us. All kinds of things and things. For a proper thing. So we can have leftovers for dinner. We brought home the carcass of the turkey. So my dad can make soup, which is a thing that he would have been missing and felt bad about. So now he can make a soup. So he's all happy about that because he likes making homemade soup. He loves it, in fact. All right, we got the sword. Again, we could have made this silver. We didn't make it silver. That's okay. I'm not going to stress about it. And then we have some stickers to put on the shield, and we have some stickers to put on the scabbard. So we'll get the scabbard together here. We can just, for now, we'll give this mobile suit a sword. give this Gundam a goddamn sword, and now we'll build a scabbard. But yeah, it was nice. Talked with the guy with the son about some gaming stuff, because we always talk about games, which was nice. It was nice to talk to him about things and things. I'm going to put this one on first because I think it would look nice. And then sticker 9 is... Stickers 8 and 9. Okay, so... Yeah, talked about some gaming, talked about a bunch of things and things. It was nice to have company and not just be the three of us for Thanksgiving. But it was weird to wake up today and not have, like, only have the pie to do and not have a bunch of things going in the kitchen all willy-nilly and trying to figure out how to make all that work. It was unusual to do that all at the same time. But we did get it done. We got everything done that we needed to get done. So that was good. And then came back. Yeah. I did watch a little of the parade. I tuned in late and I just had it on Peacock, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I did not want to watch all of it. I only wanted to watch the voices of Huntrix for K-pop Demon Slayer. Demon Hunters. What am I saying? Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is a different thing. K-pop Demon Hunters did Golden, and there were a bunch of dancers, and then later in the song there were kid dancers, and it was real good and real fun. And it was awesome. They had brought in, there was a float, and then the float came early in the parade, and then the singing was later in the parade. And I know people were freaking the fuck out on social media because they were like, how dare they do this? Why are they doing it so late? And it's like, so you'll tune in. It's fine. That's why on the West Coast, they run it on TV later. They don't run it live across the country. They run it in the time zones because they want that fucking ad revenue from you watching it live. There were a few other things. I don't know why Little John was on a float singing Turned Down for What, but that's a true thing that happened. That is a thing. Little John was out there singing Turned Down for What on a parade float, lip syncing to Turn Down for What, of course. I mean, that's just like a fucking thing that happened, and I can't make that up. And I can't make that not be true because it is true. It's just a true fact. All right, so sticker 14 and 14 go on here, and then sticker 13 is that one. Wait, that's A13. Okay, so that's sticker 11 is there. 14 and 14 are these stripes. We'll get those on. But yeah, I don't usually watch the parade. I don't watch the dog show after the parade. I'm not necessarily interested in those things. But like I said, there was a K-pop Demon Hunters performance, and damned if I was going to miss that. Their only second live performance on TV, and that was cool as hell. So I tuned in, and I liked that part. Yeah. There are some marching bands as well. There's always marching, like high school marching bands and stuff like that. I never went to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I never went to it. I've never seen it live in person in New York. I went to the, I forgot to check out any of the Mystery Science Theater 3000 streams, says Lashbrook. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I caught a little bit of it today. I wasn't watching it throughout the day, but I caught a little bit because it's nice to catch a little bit of that nonsense. But I did end up watching some anime today to talk about it tonight. I watched one of the two shows today to get that in. The other one I watched earlier in the week. I think I watched it on Wednesday. So yeah, I spent most of my day at the neighbor's. This is, if you keep track, this is the neighbor who has the bathroom on the first floor was added later into what used to be a closet. And so the ceiling above the toilet goes down on a slant. It's like, here's the door. If the door is this, then the ceiling is like this, like on an angle. and then the toilet is right here. And so you walk in, and then just it's on angle because that's the staircase. And so that means that I take a photo of myself standing in front of the sink, where like the ceiling is basically going right at my head. And I've done that almost every time I've been in that house, but certainly around holidays, because to me, that's humorous. I find that to be very funny that is the deal with that place. All right, so I need stickers 11 and 37. What about 35? Sticker 35. Oh, 35's already been used. Okay. So let me start with sticker 11, which is this one. Okay. So that's going to go on like this. And bend over there. Okay. Let's see. Anything else that I want to talk about there? I don't know. It was nice. It was nice to not, like I said, it was nice to not have to cook and just have things ready and just to be able to hang out. That was very pleasant. Also, I have not finished this year's episode of Till Death Do Us Blart, but I have listened to some of it enough to know the prank that happened this year. If you were unfamiliar, it is a joint effort podcast that happens. One episode happens every year. The folks from Worst Idea of All Time podcast get together with the McElroy brothers from My Brother and Me and other such podcasts. They all get together and they watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 before recording a podcast giving their thoughts on this year's viewing of Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. And they're going to continue to do that until one of them dies, in which case a new person will come in and the podcast will continue until podcasts stop being a thing. That's the Till Death Do Us Blart part. They only do one podcast a year, except during COVID, where they also watched Paul Blart 1 and did a review of that as like we're all just trying to look out for one another kind of thing, that they did that for that year. I should say this. I love the podcast. I enjoy it very much. When they make connections with previous years, when they have this year a new feeling of respect for a minor character. Somebody got an actor from it to do a cameo. Like, there's always new stuff with it, which I always appreciate. I should also stress, this is an important thing. This is an important element of watching this thing. I have never, and I will never, watch the movie Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. I will never see that movie. I like the podcast and I listen to the episode once a year and I enjoy it very much, but I have never seen a Mall Cop movie and I never fucking will. I will never see one of those movies. Either of them. It's, to me, way funnier to have never watched it, but to have listened to that podcast. I should also say that I have listened to that podcast more than once a year. Usually, like halfway through the year, like April or May, I'll listen to the episode again because I'm like, oh, I want to check in, refresh. It's a good time. For the 10th anniversary, the New Zealand guys went to Las Vegas to see like locations from the movie, and the guys who live in America didn't go because they all have. I mean, all of them have kids, but they have kids, and they did not want to fly to that, which I found hysterical. That they were like, "Oh yeah, we're not going to go do that." All right, we only have a few stickers left, so we'll do that. Get those stickers on here. We got to do shield stickers, and then we can call this kit built. All right, so this is one of those things where it's like, this is going to go on here and like fold over. Like this, maybe? I'm very afraid of this sticker because if I don't line it up right, I'm going to rip it just like I ripped the other one. Because this sticker needs to like go on here perfect and then like fold over on itself. I fucking hate it. I hate so many stickers. And the thing is, this was on my wish list and then I bought it for myself. It was on sale. I got it for like $10 instead of 15, and I was like, that's a fucking deal for one of these kits because they're like well built and fun to put together. And I was like, oh, it's got some stickers, but it won't be bad. I always like gaslight myself about how much I hate EX standard stickers because I fucking do hate them. I'm like, they're not a big deal. They'll be fine. And then it's like this amount of stickers. And I'm not even done with the stickers yet. There's still more stickers I have to put on here. They're all fucking color correcting stickers. 23, 24 are these little ones here. These are the boob stickers. They go on here. But yeah, if you had Thanksgiving and you want to tell me about that, feel free to let me know. I always love hearing from you about those things. But yeah, my Thanksgiving, part of my Thanksgiving traditions, and I tweeted about, or I skeeted about this, about how like, if I ever ended up in a relationship again, the weirdest thing for me would be explaining, or the hardest thing would be explain how I listen to a yearly podcast where five guys watch a bad movie and then talk about it, and they watch it right before recording the podcast, and how I have never seen that movie, but I have listened to all 11 episodes over the course of 11 years. You know, I'm not done with the 11th one, but I will be. Don't worry about it. That is a weird thing to sell. That's weirder than I stream and build model kits 3 times a week, and one day of the week I play video games. That's weirder than any of the wrestling that I like, which is all weird wrestling, of course. All of that stuff, like that podcast I feel like is weirder than anything else I do. Like, oh yeah, I watch some Japanese wrestling sometimes that doesn't have English commentary or any commentary at all. I watch multiple Japanese wrestling promotions. I do not speak Japanese. Like there's some fucking stuff that's up with me that's weird, and I know it. I know that to be true. I got some fucking weird shit that I'm into and that I like. I mean, imagine I have to look at someone who has decided they like me and they would like to pursue a romantic relationship with me. And I have to go and say, one of my favorite singers right now is Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame. That's not her real name, which I do know. I know her real professional name, but she is currently using the persona Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame. And to not break kayfabe, I will refer to her as such. And I really like the music she puts out. Oh yeah, she is from a fictional British-like country because she's British. So she's from a place called Great Exardia, where she is the queen. She's also a VTuber. Also, please let me explain to you what a VTuber is. But yeah, one of my favorite musicians right now is not name redacted. It's Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame of the Bloodflame Kingdom, aka Great Exardia. It's a lot, man. And to me, saying that I listen to Till Death Do Us Blart, but I've never seen the movie, is weirder than the other thing I just said, explaining what a VTuber is and how she's one of my favorite musicians going right now. Because she's fucking phenomenal. What a goddamn voice. Lashbrook says, today was just Thursday for me. Hell yeah, Lashbrook. My actual Thanksgiving plans are to go to the grocery store tomorrow and get all the discounted sides for a budget Thanksgiving. Hell yeah. Love that for you, Lashbrook. I hope it's great. Yeah, get that box of stuffing for like fucking nothing. Get that gravy on discount. Whatever you want to get. Some sweet potatoes, some yams. So whatever you're getting, get that for cheap because you will be able to. Hell yeah. Love that for you. Lord Crashes In went to their parents, ate a bunch of food, and hung out for a couple hours before driving home in the snow. Wow, all right. You got the snow, huh? You got your Thanksgiving was a white Thanksgiving. Okay. There's no song, I've been dreaming of a white Thanksgiving, but, you know, it is what it is. You play the hands you're dealt and all that. All right, that's the top sticker on. Does that look good? Not really, but it's on and I don't care. And now the last two stickers that have to go on here, 39 and 40. 39 goes on one side, 40 goes on the other. One thing I wanted to talk about tonight that is unrelated to Thanksgiving or weird shit that I'm into is the YouTube algorithm has made a decision about me, and I don't know why. It knows that I like Hearthstone videos, right? I like Hearthstone videos, right? So it does recommend to me Hearthstone videos from people who are not the creators that I like. Because I do watch three people. I do subscribe to three people that make Hearthstone content. One does daily, and the other two do pretty often. So I do check in on three creators, which is a lot. Like, that's a lot of people from my subscriber list that I go and check out. And so YouTube recommends other people. I don't watch them, but they do recommend them, and that's fine. I watch some VTubers on streams. I watch a couple like British car people. I don't care about cars, but I like these particular gentlemen and their channels about stuff in the UK. Because they all seem to know each other, and so they do a lot of cross episodes, and I find that charming and fun. Like, they broke away from a YouTube channel, but I don't know which one that was because I didn't watch it, and now they have their own YouTube channel. They're doing that kind of thing. So it's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I understand that. I watch a couple of people that make videos for Hitman, right? I like Hitman. I'm gonna kill Slim Shady at some point when that is available. I like the Hitman games. I like watching people bust their asses and fuck up or completely nail the freelancer mode. So I watch that, and so I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. YouTube has decided that I really want to watch a bunch of videos about Fallout 4, like weird. Like lore videos, or what can you do on Spectre Island in Fallout 4 and all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to watch that. I really like Fallout 4. It was one of my favorite games of that year. I enjoy Fallout 4 quite a bit. I don't want to watch a bunch of videos made in 2025 about Fallout 4, unless it's like everything that got broken because of the Fallout 4 update that came out. Like, maybe I'd be into that. But I'm definitely not interested in new videos that people are still making about Fallout 4. And YouTube, I haven't watched any of them. I haven't clicked on any of them. But YouTube's just like, oh, you're into this shit, huh? You love this shit. It's just like, what? No, I'm not. No, I don't. What do you mean? It's very weird. YouTube thinks that I want to watch videos about people that quit a YouTube channel that I don't subscribe to and I've never seen. And the honest answer is sometimes I do want to watch that. I want to watch this video about this guy that's like, why I left this thing. And I'm like, I don't know what that thing is. Why did you leave? What are you doing now? And the answer is always, it got sold to a company that doesn't understand the product, and so they just want more videos, and they won't let us do the fun, cool shit we used to do because we have to make as much money as possible, and this is not a venture that will ever make money or at the scale they want. That's always why people left. Or the main person involved in a YouTube channel turns out to be a shitty boss because they started off making YouTube videos and they don't have a degree in business management. And so they turn out to be a monster or a predator of some sort. And that's why people leave. But generally, it's just one of those. And I do like the schadenfreude of, we thought it would be different when we sold our company to an evil, big evil company that just churns out bullshit. I do find that funny. I don't love hearing about another monster out there, but I do find it interesting that anytime that's the reason why somebody left, they're always like, we had no idea that they were gonna turn into such an asshole. Like, they all of a sudden they were an asshole, and it was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, was that suddenly when they started making a lot of money, and then they needed you to be on camera for them to keep making money? Because the ad revenue dipped, so the only thing they can think to do is put out more content, because that's the only solution anyone ever has. Better brand deal, more brand deals, and more videos for those brand deals, all that shit. Anyway, I like, YouTube also thinks that I want to watch videos that I've already watched before. They're like, hey, do you want to watch this video from 2021 about a guy who converted his van for like a year and lived in his van in San Francisco? And I'm like, I already watched that video. I've definitely watched that video. I liked it when I watched it. Why are you recommending it again and pretending like I didn't see it? That one is particularly weird for me right now because it's just like constant where YouTube is like, what about this video that you already watched? Do you want to watch this? No? Okay. I'm actually just going to look. I'm going to see what YouTube thinks. YouTube thinks I want to watch clips of VTubers I've never watched before because I watch VTubers. So they're like, here's an indie VTuber you've never heard of. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. But right now, YouTube is recommending videos I haven't seen yet, which is like fair. That's cool. Please recommend videos I haven't seen yet that are on my subscriber list. That sounds great. Let's see. They also think I want to watch someone called Duly Noted. I have no idea. It's a live stream. There are 434 people watching this live stream of 7 days to Dooley on Thanksgiving. I don't know who Dooley is. I have no idea who this is. I've never seen them before, but they are being recommended to me. A bunch of clips of VTubers, some I know, some that I don't know. The latest episode of something that I used to subscribe to and don't anymore. So let me go and click don't recommend channel because they haven't taken a hint. Fallout 4 survival, but I'm permanently at level 1 ? Yeah, I don't want to watch that. A video I've already seen before. More clips. Technology connections, because I watch a bunch of videos from people who sometimes do things with technology connections, but I don't subscribe to technology connections. There is one that came, my car charger can boil water really fast. Okay. They want me to watch that. A members only video from a stream that I follow. But I'm not a member there, and I'm like, that makes sense. The Isekai of Fallout 4 playthroughs, yeah. Someone named Burl's Art. I built this guitar out of cardboard. I don't know who that is. I don't know. Maybe I'd want to watch that, but I probably don't. More clips of HoloLive and VTuber clips. Can I turn this work van into my dream off-grid camper? Part 5. I must make this clear. I don't know this person. I've never seen one of their videos. And they're recommending to me part 5, not part 1, part 5, the one that came out yesterday. Some Game Changer clips. I will watch those. Again, a video by somebody called an edit of James Hoffman videos. Not a James Hoffman video, who I don't watch and don't know who that is. A fan edit channel about James Hoffman, who I have never seen. I gotta hit watch later on one of these videos. I'll watch that later. Like I said, that one is probably the one that's most insane to me. He's the one that's like, hey, you want to watch this fan edit of a channel you've never watched before? No, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I do want to take a photo because I am fucking finally goddamn done with this. This was only a stream and a half, but it felt like this was a year of my life to build this many stickered kit. So I'm going to take a photo of this. The Gundam Astray Red Frame SD EX Standard is done. There's Lashbrook says they're a coffee YouTuber. They probably got recommended if you watched any remap stuff. I mean, I do watch some remap, I guess. I don't watch a lot of remap. I usually watch them on Twitch. I don't really watch them on YouTube. But like I said, I'm not being recommended James Hoffman videos. I'm being recommended a fan edit from a fan account about James Hoffman. So it's just like, why would I want that? Why would I want to start with a clip? Maybe that's what people do now, and I'm just an old fucking man, which is fair. I could be just an old man about it. And everybody's like, oh yeah, I watch clip videos dedicated to a channel I've never watched before, and then I might check out the channel. Because I know people watch TikTok and they see clips of streamers and stuff, and maybe if they like the clips enough, they'll go and watch it. I get that on Instagram Reels. I get a lot of clips of VTubers I've never seen before, and I'm like, oh, all right, that's kind of cool. I mostly interact with Iron Mouse through clips from her official YouTube channel of her clips, because her streams are often on when I am not watching Twitch, so I don't see her on Twitch that often. So I don't see Mousy live that often. All right, let's get rid of the Astray photo. All right, let's get Quaxed over here. We got the GFreD. His name is GFreD. Check it out. It's Fred. We're gonna build a Fred here. The gMS-K GFreD, also known as the Gundam Fred. We got ourselves our core fighter, which we build last. The big dumb backpack that I hate. We'll start with the head here. Lots of posability. It's the purple and orange and teal. It's just ridiculous. It's just like, it's so on the nose. The nose is bleeding. We do have some stickers. We do have regular ass stickers and marking stickers, and we will be using both of those. The square refers to these stickers, and the circle refers to these stickers. These stickers just have a semi-transparent background, whereas these are cut out stickers. You've seen marking stickers before. This kit is going to have plenty of them. Hopefully I won't get fucking really pissed off about the number of stickers on this kit, but maybe I will. First page is working on the head. We do have unopened states and open states on the head here. I believe we are building both heads. Ooh, what happened here? We got a new follow. Welcome. New Age Hobo. Welcome to Pet Bear Santa Nicola. Welcome to Baer Workshop. It does look like we are going to be building. Let's see. I gotta look at this here. We got unopened states here. We're going to build all the way to that. And then we got, all right. So we're building 2 heads for this kit. And then we'll decide if we want open states or unopened states to be which one we're going to do. But we'll build both, which is cool. We'll get that going. There are a couple of news items. It's a slow news week. Nintendo has acquired a studio, which is a weird thing to, when I say this out loud. Nintendo is planning to acquire Singapore based studio, Bandai Namco Studios Singapore. They co-developed Splatoon 3. And so they will no longer be part of Bandai Namco Studios Singapore, or part of Bandai Namco. They will now be a subsidiary of Nintendo. And they will become Nintendo Studios Singapore, because they don't have a name that isn't tied to another company, so they're just going to become that. Sounds all right to me. They're acquiring 80% stake in it by April of next year. And then once everything's together, they will buy the remaining shares of it. They previously worked on Splatoon 3. They worked on Ace Combat. They've worked on Tekken. They are seemingly a support studio. They are one of Bandai Namco's support studios out there doing their thing. And so now they're going to be part of Nintendo. When you think of companies, big companies acquiring developers, you don't always or often or ever think of Nintendo. So I find that to be kind of fascinating. Apparently they liked what they were doing, and picked them up. So I would say if you're going to get bought out by a big company, I would probably say Nintendo is not a bad shout if it had to be somebody. I can understand a world where you don't want that to happen, but if you're going to be owned by a big group, a big foreign from you company, I would say Nintendo. Not the worst, certainly. Sony's business record, Nintendo made the decision to acquire shares to strengthen development. Nintendo recently opened a new local entity in Singapore to accelerate business in Southeast Asia. So most likely, it's just they wanted a studio in the country they are, and especially the region they are planning to expand into more. And it's like, yeah, that fucking makes a lot of sense if that's the plan. And then in bad news here, Splash Damage begins studio-wide consultation ahead of layoffs because they are a UK-based studio, so they can't just lay everybody off immediately. They have to go through consultation, which is basically a long process of the UK government being like, are you sure? Like, you have to prove like this is the only way that this is going to happen, and there are alternatives and explore alternatives and all that. It is literally a process to make it more annoying to lay everybody off and run away, which is awesome. And make sure that like people are getting good severance packages and you're trying to get them other work and all this other stuff. Splash damage commences studio-wide consultation process that will result in layoffs, and also it hopefully reduces the amount. They're a UK company that did a bunch of. They were owned by Tencent, and they were doing a bunch of Xbox work. And when that Xbox work went away, they were sold to a bunch of private equity investors, unnamed private equity investors. Tencent got rid of the studio. They went to private ownership, and now they are laying people off. So you can kind of maybe do the math and figure out how those things are connected. I'll leave that to you to figure out how those two statements might be interplayed with one another. All right, I got to get this piece to fit in here, and I'm not sure how it does, so that's fun for me. When I do the other head, the other version of the head, this will be a lot easier because I'll already have done it. I'm going to now I'm not going to press these together, but I'm lightly going to put these together so that I can figure out where the head is supposed to go. All right, so this goes like this. This goes like this. This is how the head looks. And then that's the face. One thing to remember about these kits is that they don't make any fucking sense because they are fucking random and weird looking. And that is an important thing to remember about these goddamn kits, is that they don't make sense because they've got weird... Like, I don't think of these as Gundam-ass Gundams. I think of these as weird Gundams, like maybe somebody made Gundams and they were thinking about Evangelion. Like they were trying to make a new Eva show, and instead they made a Gundam show. And that has served me very well to always consider this show to be that when making these Gundam model kits from this show. If I just think of them as being weird-ass, strange-ass Evangelion suits that someone made for the wrong show, suddenly it's easier to do this. All right, so I got to put stickers on here. And that's fine. I got to put F27 and F22 on this piece as well. We'll do that. Let's see. There was a statement from them. Hey, in an update to previous conversations, it's been a hot minute since we did this. It's our Debracer Minute, where we talk about more companies no longer being under the embrace of Embracer Group, which can be a good thing and can be a bad thing, depending on how it comes about. In this case, Embracer is divesting Arc Games and Cryptic Studios. They are going to retain the publishing rights for the Remnant franchise and also the online fantasy adventure game Fellowship, but they're getting rid of these studios. They divested Arc Games and Cryptic Studios in a move that is expected to give them a bunch of cash, about like $30 million. Arc Games made the Remnant franchise, and Cryptic Studios, they are the people that brought you Star Trek Online, Jeff Gerstmann's favorite video game, Star Trek Online. Let's see. Both companies are being purchased by Project Golden Arc, which is owned and led by members of the Arc Games management team. So basically, people from Arc bought themselves and also another studio. The deal is being financed by a developer and publisher from Hong Kong called XD Inc. So they do have a backing of a publisher, and they are picking up those things knowing they weren't going to get rights to the games that they had been making, but it does mean they get to get the fuck out of Embracer. Congratulations to them for decoupling with Embracer. That fucking rules. I wish them nothing but success. Embracer gets publishing rights for Remnant. They don't. Yes, they keep the publishing rights, and that THQ Nordic has it, which already owns the Remnant IP. Gunfire Games is going to be taking over development of Remnant. Arc Games published Fellowship themselves this year, but now that's going to go over to Arc, or to Embracer. Stockholm-based studio Chief Rebel will be continuing to work on Fellowship, which is apparently out in an early access. I have no fucking clue what Fellowship is. Never heard of it, but that is apparently a game that is out in early access. So, good on them. All right, this has got to go on the back of this. I don't know how it goes on. But again, remember, it's okay that I don't understand how this works, because this thing doesn't make fucking sense. It's just a bunch of weird lines and decisions. And as long as you remember that, you can build one of these kits pretty straightforwardly. You just have to constantly remember, this shit don't make no sense. Like, how does this piece connect? I don't know. Does it connect at all? Supposedly it does. How does it connect? Did I take it out of the sprue wrong? I don't think I did. But maybe I did. There it is. That's how it goes. Remember, it's like it's from Evangelion. All right, and then we got to put on stickers here. Sticker 2 and then sticker 1 have to go on. And those are the square stickers. So they're these here, 2 and 1. And there are, yeah, there's... Okay. Now it has eyes on one side, and then we'll do the other eyes on the other side. See. Ubisoft and FX. This kit seems like it could use one less major color, says Lord Crashton. I would agree. It's busy. I think it doesn't need orange or green. I think you could cut out the green, or you could cut out the orange, or maybe you could cut out the two different, maybe it doesn't need 2 different shades of orange, or of green, I should say. It doesn't need this green and this green. Or maybe it doesn't need teal. I like the teal. Maybe it doesn't need small amounts of red, or white, or purple. Or light pink. It's got too many colors. You're not wrong. I mean, dark. It's got black and also not the same shade. Is that the same shade of black? Slightly different black. It doesn't look like that on camera, but in person, it's a slightly different black. Yeah, it's got a lot going on. It's busy. All right, let's get the other side stickers on here. The other eyes stickers, which we're going to do again for the other head, which is fine. Ubisoft and FX are working on a Far Cry TV series coming to FX. It is an anthology TV series based on Ubisoft's game franchise. They placed an order for a TV show. let's see. It will structure an anthology with each season featuring a new setting and cast of characters. So it's not, every episode is not a new thing. It is seasonal. So they're going to do multiple seasons. So like if you like season 1, those characters will not be there, but they might show up as like friends later or something, that kind of thing. They might make cameos. So like every season is going to be, and I assume every season is based on a different Far Cry game, but who knows? Maybe it's all new. Rob Mack from It's Sunny in Philadelphia, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Mythic Quest. And Noah Haley, who did Fargo and Alien Earth. Each game is a variation on a theme, the same way each season of Fargo is a variation on a theme. To create a big action show that can change from year to year while always exploring the nature of humanity through this complex and chaotic lens is a dream come true. I'm not sure that I know that you know what's good about Far Cry. If you think the best part of Far Cry is that every game in the Far Cry franchise is different, that's fucking video games, my guy. That's just fucking video games. That's not like a unique thing to Far Cry. Fucking yikes. I don't know. We got stickers. 20 and 21. We got tiny red stickers here to apply, marking stickers. Is there a way to finish the series in 10 minutes with an alternate cut? I do, as far as I know, Lord Crashington, I don't think they know. I don't think these producers, maybe some writers from the show, will understand that reference. But I bet these producers would not get that reference, do not know. Both of their statements start with them talking about how cool it is that they're going to be working with each other, and then being like, oh yeah, Far Cry. So I'm like, I don't know, man. There is some lip service, but it seems minor to me. All right, I need stickers 21 and 20. And I don't know where those are. Okay, they're here. This is sticker 20. This is so fucking tiny. I feel like this sticker should have been part of the eyes sticker. I feel like that was too tiny. Very tiny red sticker. Yeah, that's the last bit of that news. I don't know. I felt like bringing it up. I don't have strong feelings about them making a show. But I did find the quotes about it make me think, oh, I don't know if you know anything about this series. We'll see. But do they need to? They might just need to make a dumb action series in a fictional country. And just have a lot of guns and explosions. And maybe that's all they fucking need, is just do that, and it'll work out and be fine. Who knows? I also think it's interesting to not just do a season. They ordered at least 2 seasons because they're like, to call it an anthology means that they're going to be doing more than 1 season, in my opinion. Otherwise, you just say, we're doing a Far Cry show, and they're like, we're doing a season 2, and it'll be different from the first. I guess getting it out there in the front is like, if you didn't like the first season, don't worry, these characters won't be back, is kind of an interesting sell. I don't know if that's the sell they're actually making, but it's what my read on it is. Of like, oh, don't worry about it. It's a fucking anthology. It's cool. But I guess I'll say good luck to them. F7. I hope people like it. I also forgot that FX was a channel. I have not watched things on FX in quite some time. I forgot FX was still a thing that exists. So congratulations. I now remember you that's channel. So hooray. FX and FXX. Yeah. It's just not a thing that I care about particularly. All right. I have finished. No, I haven't finished the head. I've almost finished the unopened states head. And then I'll do the open states head after that. We'll put these over here. So, of course, all these stickers that I did here, I'm going to have to do again, I believe. Yeah, literally every single sticker is the same. The eye stickers and then the little accent stickers are all the same. So once I finish this head, I got to do that all over again. And that's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Now is the part of the stream where I'm going to talk to you. That's right, you. About ways that you can support me and what I do here. Everything I'm going to talk about is optional. You are under no obligation to do any of these things. But if you would like to, that would be rad. First and foremost, if you are currently a subscriber to the Build with Baer Workshop, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here through Cash Money or your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link it with your Twitch. You will get a token that you can use for somebody. If you want to use it for me, that would be great. If you want to use it for somebody else, you should, because that's just fucking... It's a thing you can do. Dirty is here. Welcome, Dirty. Happy to have you here. I'm currently at 29 subscribers. The goal is to get to 40. I shut up about the number of subscribers I have when I hit 40. If you want to become a subscriber, that would be great. Get cool emotes. Don't see ads. That's awesome. If you want to gift a sub, right now, 5 or more gifted subs is 35% off. So you can save money. And also, there's a thing where if you gift a sub... or subscribe and you've never had or if you never used this before, you can get additional months of Discord Nitro. And Discord Nitro just means you can share better video stuff. There's some other things you get, but that's the major reason. So if you're like, I wish I could send 1080 video instead of 720, you can do that if you wanted to. But you don't have to. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to gift a sub. You don't have to throw bits and coins and be top of the cheer leaderboard. You don't have to do any of those things, but you can. I do have a patron. I have a Patreon, so you can join me at patreon.com/PatBaer and become a patron. There's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. There are different rewards for different tiers. Consider joining me on Patreon. The top of my Patreon, the very tippy top of my Patreon right now, post is a call for questions. Every month I do a Q&A video for my Patreon, and they're the only people that get that video. Nobody else gets that video. It's just Patreon. And they're the only people that can ask questions. So they can leave a comment. There's also an email address mentioned in the post. So you can join the Patreon and get in on that. Ask a question and I'll answer it in the video. I usually answer 2 to 3 questions. It's been a while since I did 3. Hopefully, I've got 2 so far. Hopefully, I'll get a 3rd question by this weekend. I have a YouTube channel at youtube.com/PatBaer. On my YouTube channel, you can subscribe for free, of course. If you want to become a member of my YouTube channel, you can certainly do that at youtube.com/PatBaer. Becoming a member is $2 a month, and you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. So the video that I put out yesterday, for everybody that wanted to see it, you could have seen on Tuesday, which is pretty cool. I just want to check one quick thing to see how that video did. It did pretty okay. It did in one day about what my last week's video has done in a week. So, all right, I'll take that. Anyway, those are all monthly ways to support me financially. If you would like to throw $1 or $2 in the tip jar and you just want to do a one-time thing, well, I've got ways to do that. I have a Ko-Fi and I have a PayPal, and you can make donations that way. Everything I make through direct donations. So what happened there? Everything I make through direct donations, through YouTube, which includes AdSense, so watching my videos helps me out, through Patreon and through Twitch, all goes into a fund. And from that fund, I pull money out to buy model kits. I was able to buy this. This was not on Amazon. I got this, I think from you, either from Gundam Planet or USA Gundam Store. I can't remember. I think maybe it was Gundam Planet, but I was able to pick this up from another distributor because I had the funds available. So Past You is helping present me build a cool model kit. If you would like to help out future me, you can support me financially. Now, I had a poll from my $10 patrons that voted, hey, build the GFreD. If you would like to decide the next kit I build, you can buy it, and then I'll have to build it as soon as possible. You can go to my Amazon wish list and pick up a kit. Anything you buy there will come to me in the mail, of course, and get a dedicated YouTube video called a mailbag video, and then it will jump the queue and be the next thing I work on, because that's the least I can do. I most recently added to my wish list the GM Sniper K9, which is a variation of the GM Sniper, which I've built previously. I look forward to, at some point, building that. That is a kit from Build Fighters that I have not built before, but again, it is a variation of the GM Sniper, but it is from Build Fighter. And it has been a while since I've built a Gundam Build Fighters kit. So I'd be happy to build that. I got Lego kits, I got model kits, I got knockoff Lego kits. I have a Gelgoog. I already have one of the Gelgoogs in my possession to build, but this is the other Gelgoog that is the better color version of the Gelgoog. And I would be happy to build that Gelgoog as well. Let me build multiple Gelgoogs. There are a few kits on this wish list that have Black Friday deals, like the Xenomorph knockoff Lego. The brick kit Xenomorph is right now on sale, so you can save some money on a Black Friday deal and make me build a big knockoff alien Xenomorph from people that definitely don't have the license for that. You could buy that, and then I have to build that. There's a bunch of stuff here on the list that I would be happy to put together. And some of it is actually reasonably priced, and some of it is expensive as fuck. And it's just like, why is this so pricey? But like I said, there's a bunch of things on there. See if there's something on the list you'd like to or like me to put together on stream, and buy it if you want it. My alternative to Amazon is to have a wish list on Throne. So see if there's something on Throne that you'd like to pick up for me to build as well. And if you want to support me financially in the most convoluted way possible, go to USA Gundam Store. At USA Gundam Store, you can buy a gift card. They will send you an email with that gift card code. Then you can send me a whisper on Twitch, or a DM on Twitter, or Blue Sky, or Mastodon with that gift card code. And then I will use that gift card code to buy something from USA Gundam Store. And you're going to be like, hey, you should pick this kit up. I saw this. Build this robot lady or whatever you want me to build. And then like I said, I will use that gift card to do that. So that is an option. If you wanted to do that. If you want to support me financially, you want to support me, but you don't want to do it financially. Hey, if you haven't already, join my Discord. It's full of lovely folks. We would love to have you in the Discord. You're welcome to come chill there. A couple of video links for you to check out. This week, I put up a new episode of Pat Baer's Anime Club. It is my investigation in Ocean Vale. Ocean Vale is a new streaming service that came out this year. It has some anime. It has some old anime that isn't on other streamers, which is kind of cool. It's also got some shit that is of an adult nature. It's got some fucking horny ass anime on it. You should watch that video because it is not done well for me view-wise. I had to put it out on Tuesday instead of Monday because I had to edit the video after it had been uploaded. It's a whole fucking thing. Check that video out, please. And then my weekly anime recommendation series is called Kuma Baer. All throughout the month of November, I have been recommending anime that I slept on, and I don't want you to make the same mistake. I want you to get caught up and watch a thing that I have neglected my opportunities to watch. Don't make the same mistakes I did. Please watch The Cat Returns. It is the first Kuma Baer video where I've recommended a movie and not just an anime, like a TV show or an OVA. It's a full movie. You should watch The Cat Returns. It is, quote unquote, the worst Studio Ghibli movie. It's really fucking fun and cool. A girl saves a cat. Turns out he's the prince of a kingdom of cat people. She gets kidnapped to marry the prince. She does not want that. Hilarity ensues. Adventure ensues. There's a character. It's technically a sequel to another Ghibli show or movie because a character from that movie is in this movie. It's very fun and cool. I don't care if it's the worst Studio Ghibli because that still is it still makes it better than a lot of animated movies. You should check that shit out. It's on HBO Max. The dub has Tim Curry in it. God fucking damn it. You're not too goddamn good for a dub with Tim Curry in it. Okay? All right, that's the end of my plugs and ads. I am going to talk about 2 anime episodes that I watched this week, so we will do that. Before we get into the anime conversation, I need to drink some water because, hey, I had a lot of turkey today. I ate a lot of chips. I ate a lot of dips. I ate a lot of turkey and mashed potatoes and all kinds of stuff. So I need to drink some water. And we need to dramatically transition back to the overhead camera, which we will be doing right now. All right, let's talk about some anime while I finish this head and then work on another head. Yano-kun's Ordinary Days. So, as you may remember, this is about a guy who is just phenomenally unlucky and clumsy, who is always falling over. Early in the season, there was a girl that was like, I'm worried about this guy. And then she was like, I'm really focused on this guy. And then she was like, oh shit, I like this guy. And then Yoshida realized, I have a crush on this guy. Yano, who did like her back, was like, wait, does a girl have a crush on me? That's insane, because I'm like falling all the time. They have decided to date. They do not know how that works. And now, thankfully, we get to watch them be cutely clumsy together as they try to navigate being in a relationship together and all of the odds and ends of that. Because Yano's is like, hey, come over so we can study together. But they're going to be alone. So they're just going to study. And then people are like, ooh, it's going to be an intimate encounter. They're like rooting for them, of course. This is not like oh, I can't believe this is happening. This is more of like, oh, that's fun. And that puts both of them in their heads. They both panic. Yoshida does not know decides that she should wear makeup to their date because that's a thing that she knows about dates. They recently had a date where they went to the movies and she was freaked out the whole time and nervous about trying to make it a perfect date. And he had a good time. So I guess that meant she did well. But she's definitely freaked out about that. I mean, F1 and F2 here. F1 and F2. So she's freaked out about that. He is worried about what clothes to wear, even though he's just going over to her place to study. And he's like, there's a really lovely scene. So you have to remember at the show that this is not a show about a love triangle, but there is a guy, Hashiba, who also really likes Yoshida, but he knows it's not going to work. And then he kind of ended up just friends with Yano because Yano is just like, jealousy? Yeah, that's not me. I'm not here for that. Hey, we're friends now. Let me talk to you about girls. So he's just like, she makes my heart race, like when I think about her or when I'm around her. You know what I mean? And because he's embarrassed to have this conversation, Hashiba's just like, no, I don't know what you mean. And that causes Yano to be like, oh no, is there something wrong with my heart? Because even in this situation, he's still just a dude that is constantly worried about getting hurt and falling over. Not emotionally hurt, physically hurt. It's very cute that he's just like, oh shit, maybe there's something physically wrong with me if my heart starts racing about this girl all the time. It's pretty cute. It's good little scene. Yano gets a fucking haircut. He looks good. Yoshida has a new outfit, and she figured out, with the help of some friends apparently, how to do makeup. And then he's like, that little offbeat comment, if Hashiba had just been honest, it'd be fine. But he's like, oh, my heart's racing again. Oh, she's causing my heart to race. I think this might be a problem. Yoshida makes lunch. And then this scene is saccharine sweet. She has ketchup on her face. He wipes that off, but he panics in the moment because he's like, is this what I should be doing? Is this right? Does she like this? And she also panics because she was not expecting him to touch her. And so they both get fucking panicked and freaked out and overanalyze, and it's very goddamn cute. They're studying and they're talking about that, things here and there. This head is done, and it does not require me to panel line anything. I'm going to probably put a little bit of gray here. One of the benefits of all the stickers is I don't have to panel line anything, so that's nice. But I'll put a little bit right here on that, just for a little bit of color. Yano is just like, honestly, I'm so focused on school, I haven't really thought about what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like, it's like I have not considered my life after high school. I've just been focused on high school and, surviving high school. Because, as you may remember, this dude fucking falls all the time and is accident prone and is just trying to make it out alive, basically. But the thing he is most interested in doing is he would like to be support for other people. He has a dream where he'll do something in his life where people will depend on him because he has been looked out for so much of his life that he wants to return the favor and be like a source of strength for people, which is a lovely fucking sentiment. Yoshida's brother and sister come home, so Yano's like, I should probably go. And then so Yoshida's just like, hey, I wanted you to know that, like, you made my heart race, like, being around you all day. And then Yano's like, whew, okay, it is not just me. So she ends up saying, like, the best possible thing to him, because she's just like, oh, great, good to know. And then the episode ends with Yano going home, and his heart is still racing from the day. And his dad freaks out because he assumes that Yano is having a heart attack, which hopefully is just comic relief, and Yano isn't actually having a heart issue that he confused with being excited about a girl. So I am hoping that was meant to be a gag and that there isn't actually something very wrong with Yano, and we'll find out in the next 3 episodes. I'm hoping that was just the comic relief ending of the episode, because Yano's dad is also accident prone, just like Yano is. So, but I assume that was just comic relief and not setting up for a fucking big reveal. I'm hoping that was just meant to be jokes. All right, I need F5 F14, which is I need F10 and F14. This is F39. And I need F14 and I need F10. Let me get F10 out here. Some of these headpieces are fucking tiny. And then F14 there's F13, here's F14. So yeah, this episode of Yano-kun, Yano-kun's Honorary Days was great. Wait, what happened there? I went to clip it and it flew. Uh-oh. Where did that piece go? I went to go clip it, instead I just pushed it off the sprue, and then it left where it was supposed to be going. And unfortunately, that is a piece of black plastic. So I have no idea where that ended up. I want to see if it just ended up on the back of it. It didn't end up on the back of this. So this is gonna be a stab in the gut anime version of My Girl. No, dirty. It can't be. It can't be. It's got to be cute. It can't be that they rushed into the relationship part of the anime because it's a very short series, and so they just wanted to get to the good stuff to make the tragedy feel even more tragic. No, it's got to just be a good joke to end an episode. All right, I got to find this little piece that I just lost. Now, do I have to do the other head? No. I can just do this with one head, but I would like to do both heads here. I found it. I found the piece. Luckily, it did not go far. But yeah, no, I'm hoping that it's not a big bummer end of the show. I don't think it is. All right. So let's figure out how this goes. And remember, none of this kit makes any sense design-wise, because it is somebody from Evangelion making a goddamn weird Gundam series. And as long as you remember that, as long as I remember that, then none of this feels weird, and none of these design choices seem insane. All right, the other anime, A Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai. Our last episode revealed that the goddess, and a literal goddess, the Pegasus goddess, has decided that she is going to hang out with our crew. After saving the day and curing some people and hanging out. There's also the reason why they went on this quest. They ended up helping a whole village and stopping a merchant and saving a lake and helping this goddess to cleanse the lake. While all of that was happening, all of that was important to happen. They mostly went there to get items so a guy could forge a sword, which he does. Grusas forges a legendary sword and wins an award at a competition, a blacksmith competition, and then he's like, great, now that I've done that, I can build these scissors you want. Because an important thing is, it says gathering in the title because that's what this dude cares about. This isekai, this overpowered isekai man with abundance of magic and a dragon friend, and now a literal goddess that can be a Pegasus, is like, hey, yeah, I want really strong scissors so I can gather things. That's what this dude likes. He likes to gather bullshit. Let's see. And our goddess because her name is really fucking annoying to say. It's because it's Hoflafir. He's just like, I can torture him and that'll like make it faster if you want to do that. And he's just like, no, I don't want you to do that. Apparently, the local lord is running a material gathering competition, which is right up our guy's alley. That's like legitimately what our dude wants to do more than anything. All right, so I need F16, and I got to put some stickers on F16. So we'll get F16 out, and then we need to get F27. These are the same stickers that we have put on the other version of this, or the other head here. And so we need 16. So let's see. It looks like this. This piece goes on here. Sorry, let me get this piece on and then I'll keep talking about this anime in this episode. Great. All right, we got the face on. Or we got this part on. This goes on here. And then it's like the same stickers go on. So we can do that like right down to it. Identical. That's going to be sticker 4 and that's sticker 3. Let me get those on. Let's see. So he agrees to participate, but he's like, this feels like maybe it's a trap or a trick or something's going on. Like, how many times are there gathering festivals? Like, but he agrees to be in it. Basically, the quest is to collect the 7-colored wool from a rainbow sheep without any outsider's help. And that means he can't use his dragon buddy, which, like, feels like, is this an elaborate ploy? Like, what's going on here? There seems to be like there's going to be something else. So Tucker has to go alone, and that leaves the dragon man to take care of the actual baby dragon. And so Tucker has absolutely no problems talking to the sheep herd and getting the wool, because he just like talks to them. He's just like, hey, I would love some wool. And they're like, you have no ulterior problem. Like, we got no problem with you. You're very strong and you're not attacking us. Like, sure, no problem. Like, he just gets it done instantly. He wins the competition. He is promoted to a special rank, which means that he's basically like between B rank and A rank. He like semi ranks up. And so he can do some jobs that he can do ranks up to B while he can still keep doing his F. Basically, they make a rank just for him because they know he doesn't want to do high ranking stuff. He wants to do gathering quests because that's what he loves to do, is gather shit. So they're like, great, we're going to make it so you can gather anything you want, any quest you want, but we're not going to rank you up too high. So that way you have to be like asked to do shit you're not going to say yes. You'd rather leave town than do it. There is a warning that an incredibly dangerous monster is on the prowl, is maybe coming to town, which is the forest worm is coming to the city. And so everybody's like, hell yeah, we're going to help out. We're going to get this done. And it turns out Brolight, the sometimes stinky, often incredibly hungry elf who left for a while, has come back. She apparently brought the worm to be Takaru's ride because Takaru was like needed an animal to ride, and she was like, I found the perfect thing for you. And he's like, that's not what I want. So that I remember reading this in the manga and finding that very funny because he's just like, no, get the thing out of here. So that is the that ends up being the weird thing of this episode is the realization that stand down, no problems here. Brolight has become an A-rank adventurer, and Takaru is about to invite them to join the Azure Black Brigade, which is the thing that they want to do. That is the guild that he has formed, the party he has formed. But also, Brolight's like, hey, I don't live with the elves. My sister, who lives with the elves, apparently ran away because they do not want to get married. And so I am trying to track down my sister to help out. And it turns out that everyone's just like, you know what? No problem. We'll go to the forest. We'll help you. We'll help you try to find your sister. What are friends for? Because they're all going magically with the help of the goddess. They get there in no trouble at all. Oops, what happened there? Oh, that's just a little connector thing. And then Brolight's like, hey, here's a portal to get to my village, because of course it's an elf village, so it's hidden. It's not easily accessible. And they show up there, and of course, a bunch of elves immediately attack them because they are strangers showing up. And then Brolight's like, hey, wait, these are my friends. And that's how the episode ends. We are now in my opinion, the second to worst arc in the story. Because, the actual worst arc in the story, because they cut out a whole ass character. This is incredible, y'all. This episode featured him collecting wool. There is a fucking character in this anime, or in the manga, that competes with our guy for no good reason, and he sucks, and he's a loser, and it's an annoying arc, and I don't know if it's in the light novel, but it's in the manga, and it's dumb, and they cut it out, and that's great. So now we are in the second worst arc of the series, which is, I'm going to be honest, y'all, I don't know how this is going to be done in the anime. It's gonna be weird. The reason why Brolight's sister doesn't want to get married is like very reasonable, and it opens up a whole can of worms that I don't know if they're gonna deal with in the anime. I don't want to say what it is until, in case you're watching along and you want to get there. But it's like, are they gonna deal with this thing? Also, I don't know if they're going to reveal a thing about Brolight that is important to their character. And I don't know if we're going to get there in this anime. I don't know what's going to be said in the anime. I'm only going off of what was in the manga. And I hope they do talk about it, because it's interesting, and it makes Brolight a way more unique character than any other character in the show. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to get. But I am interested in finding out, because I think that it could be quite cool if they do it right. I don't know if they will. All right. I don't remember how to do this part, even though I've just did it on the other ear or the other head. That's wild that I can't remember how this goes. All right. This looks like this on here. Or did I do it in the wrong ear, maybe? Maybe it on the wrong way. Is it this piece that goes here? Okay. I was just doing it wrong. That's why I couldn't do it right, because I was doing it incorrectly. Now is the part of the stream where I want to hear from you, friends. What are you watching right now? What are you playing? What are you up to? What are you into? I always love hearing from you about those things and things, so feel free to let me know. If you've been doing anything, you're getting up into any business. I think I maybe did this wrong. I always love hearing from you about those things, so please let me know. Obviously, we talked about Thanksgiving. If anybody who wasn't here at the beginning of the stream wants to tell me about their Thanksgiving, feel free to do so. If not, that's cool. On Tuesday, I checked out a very fun video game called Leave It Alone. And after the stream, about an hour after the stream, I went back and continued to play the game, and I finished the game. It is run-based. There are achievements I didn't get. I did not throw the bag far enough for that quest, so they still want me to do that. And I did not complete the whole game in 40 minutes, which I don't know how to do that. I don't know how people... I mean, there's definitely like... Oh, also, there is an achievement, in-game achievement, for completing the game without using any of the vents. So that is just picking leaves up and bagging them, which I don't think you could do in 40 minutes. So that I don't know. Right now, I have not deleted the game off my hard drive. I do not know if I'm going to continue playing it or not, but it doesn't take up much room. Leave It Alone is a fairly inexpensive game. It feels like the digging a hole game more than it feels like Power Wash Simulator, but it is really satisfying. When you finally have enough money to get the leaf blower and you are blowing leaves into a vent at like the bottom of the pool, that is unbelievably satisfying and really good. No spoilers about the ending, but I did get into the secret room, which is how you finish the game, and that's a whole fucking thing. It is a whole goddamn thing when that game is over. I had fun with it. I do recommend it. It's on Steam. It's inexpensive. It's a good little time. Beyond that, I've just been watching some videos. I watched wrestling last night. I'm going to watch wrestling tonight after the stream. You know me. You know how I do my thing. Tomorrow, I'm going to watch a Sendai Girls show. That'll be fun with some friends. And then Sunday, I'm going to watch a Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling show. I have 2 to choose from. I do not know which one I'm going to be watching. I probably watch the one where Palm Harajuku is dressed like a crab, because that sounds very fucking good. I'll probably watch the crab one. I don't know which one is the crab one. I have to find out. There are 2 Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling shows from last week that I can watch. So we have 2 heads. We have regular head and opened wide weird head. And I assume that I am going to go with regular head and not weird head, but it's nice to have options. The opened states or the unopened states. I think I'm probably going to go with unopened states, but it's nice to have the option of open states. I don't know yet, but I think I'll probably go with this one. Although I have to move the eyes back. This is in the wrong spot. Whoops. I've really fucked this up, so let me see if I can fix it. Lashbrook finished your last run of Silent Hill F and got the last achievements you needed to 100% the game. Now you've picked up Metroid Dread back up, and I'm stuck in an annoying spine shark puzzle. That sucks. Good luck to you. I hope you get out of being stuck. That you needed to 100% the game. Now you watched Collision today. I have not watched Collision. I'll be watching it after the stream. And no spoilers, but I really missed Eddie Kingston. Yeah. I know Eddie is wrestling Shibata tonight. I look forward to that. As Eddie inevitably, probably, I mean, I don't know inevitably. I imagine Eddie ends up joining forces with Hangman and Swerve, and I think that would be good and chaotic and weird. If he doesn't join forces with them, I don't know what we're fucking doing. So hopefully he does join up, and he becomes the third in their posse, because that makes a lot of sense to me. And I think it would be good. I'm looking forward to tonight. There's some matches. Daddy Magic versus... I wish that I could think that Daddy Magic versus Daniel Garcia is going to be a classic and really good, but I feel like it is going to be a jobbed like a job. I feel like it'll be pretty short and not great, but I haven't seen it. But I do not have high hopes for that one, which is a shame. Lord Crashington finished Power Wash Simulator 2, and that was a great time with the last few jobs. Hell yeah. It's maybe not as elaborate and huge as the first game, but has a lot of fun stuff going on. Also finished off the first 4 episodes of the new season of Stranger Things, which were fun. Yeah, I have Netflix right now, so I will watch some Stranger Things. I just haven't watched it yet, but I do have plans to watch it because, again, I have Netflix, so I might as well. Dirty is finishing off some cheesecake while playing some Monhun Wilds. Fuck yeah, that sounds great. It's cheesecake time for old Dirty. That's awesome. I am going to make myself some kind of snack tonight. I don't know what, but I'm still a little hungry. So I'm probably going to make like a turkey sandwich. I got some bread in the freezer I can toast. I got some turkey left over. I'll probably make myself a turkey sandwich. I don't have any lettuce because we're getting more tomorrow. So I don't have lettuce for my turkey sandwich, but I do have turkey and I do have cheese. So I will probably make that after the stream. And also I could make, I got slices of apple pie. I could make a slice of pie, but I probably just going to make myself a sandwich and just go that route. Yeah, I am in Power Wash Simulator 2. I am currently doing the rock wall, the rock climbing wall. And that is a fine job. The dinosaur is my favorite part. I am trying to finish off this job. I think about halfway through this job, I am going to have enough money to get the next power washer that I want. So I am on my way to getting the thing I really want, which is the most expensive of that version of the power washer that comes with the tri-nozzle. I want that goddamn tri-nozzle because it's the best goddamn thing in the first game, and it would be great to have that and start cutting through some shit. Yeah, I think the early access nature of Power Wash Simulator, where there was every once in a while there was more Power Wash Simulator, was probably my preferred method. I understand them working on the game while doing bonus stuff for 2 makes a lot of fucking sense, and then just putting out the game, I understand why they did it. But maybe I will say that, like, also sometimes shit fucks up in that game that I don't like. The scissor lift. Sometimes the scissor lift opens all the way and you fall off, and so you want to make the scissor lift go down, and it won't. There are the buttons on the outside that are supposed to lower it in case you fall off of it, and they don't work. And then you have to, like, get a scaffolding next to it and jump off the scaffolding and hope you land on the scissor lift to then get it to move. Or because you fall off and you want to move the scissor, like, there's shit with the scissor lift that, like, is kind of busted, and I'm annoyed by that almost constantly. And because I think the scissor lift is a great fucking concept, and it's cool it's in the game, it just doesn't always work, and that sucks. That just sucks. I don't know. There's no other way to put it. Dirty says, I ended up selling every washer I had at one point to barely buy the Pro with tri-nozzle at one point while playing. Because that's the thing. Yeah. That's the thing, right? You can sell the other washers, but if you don't have enough money for the extensions, then you're stuck. Like, you kind of need to be able to have enough money for the washer and then sell your other washers to have enough money for the extensions. Like, I think that might be the way to go, because then you at least know you have enough for that. Because, like, it's if you don't want to get stuck. You know what I mean? But I still think the game is pretty fucking rad. Now, why can't I get this to work? What am I doing wrong here? Where are you supposed to... Oh, you're supposed to be down here. Okay. This is the way... It's weird to be building the waist and the neck of a kit before building the chest part. But that's what we're doing here. But yeah, I want to get far enough in the game. I've had other stuff to play, obviously, but I do want to get far enough in the game to get the cool washer, because that's, again, it's the cool fucking washer. You want the cool washer. Like, it don't make no sense not to have it. Purple. This purple looks rad. Look, as much as I agree that there's too many colors in this kit also has purple, which I love. I love the color purple. It also has orange, which I love. I love the color orange, especially on model kits. So a kit that has purple and orange, I'm into. Again, it also has 2 different kinds of green and teal. It's going overboard, but it does look great. Laura Crashton says, if you like transforming stuff, they do more of that in the back half of the game. I will say this. No, so the 2 jobs I have the rock climbing wall and the discotheque, the skate rank. And the fact that you can press a button and you can press the DJ button and the big disco ball starts spinning. I like that, because I think one thing about where I'm at right now in Power Wash Simulator 2 that I don't like is there are not enough, like, press F for a thing to happen. Like a door to open, or like a platform to rise, or something like that. I like that shit. I think that shit's neat. The games thing, the shooting gallery, I liked that, like, hitting stuff with water, like, made a ding noise and moved it like you were hitting it with, because it was the power wash. You were power washing the power washing game, and that is meta in a way that I really like. So that's cool, and I'm happy about that. But I do want to just get through some jobs and get some money without, like, getting cheat engine. I don't oppose using cheat engine in video games, because you play games the way you want to play fucking video games, and I'm not here to tell you can't do that shit. But for me, I don't want to cheat in Power Wash Simulator. I just want to do cool shit. I just want to do cool stuff, but I want to do it right, quote unquote. All right, so this is going to look like this, and then this is going to go like this. All right, that goes like that. I think I have done this correctly. We'll find out at some point if I have done this correctly or not. Oh, no, it's got to go like that. Okay. There it is. Okay, so it does go like that. All right, great. I didn't do it correctly, and now I'm going to realize that, and it's okay. As always, if something gets fucked up, you can fix it. It sometimes is a pain in the ass to do, but you can fix your mistakes. If you end up with mistakes, you can fix them. All right. I think I have done this correctly, and again, I'll find out later if I fucked it up. One more piece, and then we'll take we'll wrap up the stream. We'll get the chest here together, because there's a whole other piece that has like a bunch of stickers that have to go on it, and so I'm not going to get to that, but I can at least get it ready to, like, snap together. I get a first pink piece here, and, like, get it to that point. If you kind of want to sell the lesser washers and attachments to buy the newer versions when you can, the way they dole out money and jobs. Yes, Lord Crashton, and I have been doing that. I have been doing that when I'm like, basically, when I have enough money for the washer, then I will sell the other washer and components so that I at least have some money to get most of the next washer's components. Other than the floor thing, which I'm never selling because the floor shit rules. It's so cool that I'm never getting rid of that because I really like the floor washer. I think it's rad. I think that's one of the best parts of the game is the addition of the floor washer. That really does feel like, oh, this is an improvement over the first game. This is the thing that was not in the first game that is great, and it is cool that it is in this game more than just about anything else. Because the scissor lift is busted too many times, too often. All right. Okay. There we are. We're going to pause there because, like I said, the next step has a lot of stickers, and I'm not doing that right now. But we do have 2 different heads for our for this. So we'll put those there. We'll just we'll put a head on just cuz, and we have an alternate head. But yeah. Later we'll decide which head we want, but I think I know which one I want. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight's stream. I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sticking around. I hope you had a good stream. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. We are going to go on a raid. That is how we end every stream around here. We're going to go find someone doing cool stuff and go spend some time with them. That's, you know, so we are going to end by raiding. And I don't know who we're going to go raid. It's a Thursday, but it's also a holiday here in America. So, like, I don't know. I don't know who's hanging out. Let's see. Who's streaming? Who's doing stuff? Matt Wiggins is playing Ghost of Yote. Let's go hang out with Matt Wiggins. That'll be fun. We'll go hang out with Wiggins and see what's going on over there. I want to thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Come back on Saturday. On Saturday, I will be continuing to work on the GFreD. And it'll be fun. You'll have a good time on Saturday watching me continue to work on this. We'll talk about some anime and some video game stuff. All kinds of things and things. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. I'm going to go watch some wrestling. Talk to you soon. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. Oops. Goodbye.